Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's recording of Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Here we are. It's time to finally be a pirate. Before we get started, I want to make a little personal note. Let everybody know that me and my wife, when we got married in 2014, this was the song that we walked off the stage to. We, believe it or not, main menu music to Assassin's Creed is how we came off as husband and wife. So, with that being said, let's get this started. We're going to, again, call it Marathon because this is day 43, I believe. I kind of lost count after a while. On our journey to Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Previously on Assassin's Creed, we've seen Desmond save the world and fry his hand and release Juno. Where's that going to go? Who knows? But we're going to find out here, starting with his ancestor Connor's grandfather, Edward Kenway. And we are going to talk about two important things during this recording. The most and first thing we're going to talk about is the setting, the Golden Age of Piracy. As you saw, we started in 1715, and let's get through this battle here to see what's going on. Well, I'm used to Connor's ship, so we got a little bit of a learning curve here because of these guns. There we go. Oh, we got lucky. He got hit by lightning. Oops. Messed that one up. I think I want him to get hit by lightning again.
The magazine! It's going out! Douse the flames! Get in there, you mongrel!
That looked painful.
Is it dangerous? Edward? Privateering, is it dangerous?
Wouldn't pay so nice if it weren't.
Why not sail with the King's Navy? Earn a proper wage, sail under gentlemen.
Sod the Navy's gentlemen. For every shilling I'd earn, the captain gets 600. That's no way to earn a fortune.
We don't need a fortune.
It's not about need, Caroline. I want food that don't make me sick. I want walls that hold back the wind. I want a decent life.
How long would you be gone with these privateers?
A year, I reckon. 2 at the most.
All, 'All right. No more than 2. Promise me.
2 at the most. 2 at the most. All right. No more than 2. Promise me. 2 at the most. All right. No more than 2. Promise me. 2 at the most. 2 at the most. All right. No more than 2. Promise me. 2 at the most. 2 at the most. All right. No more than 2. Promise me.
Alright, so let's talk about the Golden Age of Piracy as we swim here. It is, of course, a common name, a popular name, given to the area of time between the 1650s and the 1720s. It typically covers 3 separate outbursts of piracy. First, of course, was between the 1650s and the 1680, often called the buccaneering period.
Was it good for you as well?
Havana. I must get to Havana.
Well, I'll just build us another ship, will I?
I can pay you. Isn't that the sound you pirates like best? 100 escudos.
Why is the rum gone?
Keep talking.
Will you or won't you?
You don't have that gold on you now, do you?
Bloody fucking pirates!
I'm on to you, Snakesby!
So this buccaneering period, no, this first period of piracy,
Come on, mate. We're off to a bad start.
is often characterized by the Anglo-French, seamen who was based out of Jamaica and
It's 100
Tortuga.
leagues or more to Havana. Will you walk that distance?
They would attack Spanish-speaking colonies and shipping in the Caribbean, in the Eastern and the Eastern Pacific. Wow, I do that all the time. Every time I want to say Pacific, I say specific. Just I guess a little, come on, not around, up. One of those things that I do, I guess. The pirates around the 1690s, on the other hand, no, over. There we go. I forget which way to go. Yeah, here we go. Up there. Around the 1690s, those pirates were associated with the long-distance voyages from the Americas to rob Muslim and East India Company targets in the Indian Ocean and the Red Sea. The final area, which is kind of the area that we generally see as the quote-unquote Golden Age of Piracy, is this area, this age. Which is where the whole game is set.
Posh git. Where's he running to?
And this runs from, of course, this right here is 1615, but for most of the time, the true Golden Age of Piracy is considered to start in 1716 and would run to about 1726.
We could work together on this!
Could hop up there and hit that line. Oh, no, 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 no. Thank you. Wait, I didn't want to. Oh, I guess I didn't. Which way did he go? Did he go down the hill or did he climb up the.
Keep your distance!
Climb with that. Ow! Shouldn't have shot me, mate. Now you gonna die. think Edward runs a lot better than Connor did. Definitely better than Ezio and Altair.
Senor Duncan Walpole, I accept your most generous offer and await your arrival with eagerness. If you truly possess the information we desire, we have the means to reward you handsomely. Though I will not know your face by sight, I believe I can recognize the costume made infamous by your secret order. Therefore, come to Havana in haste, and trust that you shall be welcomed as a brother. Su más humilde servidor, el gobernador Laureano Torres y Ayala.
I actually think
Mr. Walpole?
that the hidden blade was actually broke. I'd have to look it back, but it looked like it was bent when he threw it out. Just something that I had never noticed before. Alright, so let's talk a little bit about, we'll get up here and hop up on this
That school will
viewpoint
do me just fine.
and mention that 1716 to 1726, this quote-unquote Golden Age of Piracy would consist of Anglo-American sailors and privateers left unemployed at the end of the War of Spanish Succession. They would turn en masse to piracy in the Caribbean, the North American eastern seaboard, and the West African coast, and the Indian Ocean. They're kind of all over the place.
Kingston? No, our destination is Havana. I'm just a merchant.
Factors that ended up contributing to that Age of Piracy was, there were a few of them actually.
I had nothing to do with this attack. My crew and I merely anchored to water and resupply.
During that time, the quantities of valuable shipped goods would increase.
One reason I shouldn't vent your skull.
Take my sugar. Take anything you like.
As they were shipped to Europe.
I'll pay you. Anything you like.
I love that double running assassination. It is by far some of the most epic stuff I've seen in a while. I love it.
Oh, God. By God's grace, sir, you saved me. A profusion of thanks.
Is that yours?
It is my vessel, yes. But here lies its poor captain, and I have no art for sailing.
I can pilot her myself, no mind.
You don't mean to abscond with my ship, do you?
I'm Duncan. What's your name, friend?
Steed Bonnet.
Well, Mr. Bonnet, let this stay twixt us. But I'm on a secret errand for His Majesty the King, God save him, and I must get to Havana with speed.
Ah, that is a relief, sir. Havana is also my destination. Our ways lie together.
Natural allies, then.
Ah, you put me at ease, sir. To think I took you for a pirate when you first appeared.
Did you?
Yes. You have uncommon way of handling yourself. Quick and easy, if I may say. Gave me quite a fright. But all things considered, I think it's turned out to be a rather fortuitous day, hasn't it?
Love Steed Bonnet. We will talk about him later in the
Lacking
game.
a rowboat, I'm afraid we'll have to swim to my ship.
Hardly the worst thing to happen.
And I personally would hate to be doing. Oh, I'm not gonna do that. I shouldn't even have picked it up. It's to swim in these clothes. They got to be like made of nothing but cotton. So the absorption rate that they pick up from the sea, it has to be tremendous.
Oh, this is difficult. I should have taken the coat off.
See? So, we were talking contributing factors that led to this, right? Besides the War of Spanish Succession. You have the quantities raised in valuable goods shipping to Europe, reduced European navies in some
Welcome aboard,
regions.
Duncan. She's a modest schooner, but well suited to my purpose, trafficking cargo from my plantation and such.
She'll do fine. There's a strong wind now. Let's strike to full, shall we?
Not to mention, all of these sailors are without work from the training and experience they got within
There's a tug of the wind in
war.
my hair. I find a bracing comfort in the feel and smell of the ocean. The raw stink of possibility.
That's a top way of seeing it, mate.
And to top it all off, the European governments failed to
really
stop them.
opened it up now,
So
haven't
why
we?
keep going at it? Why not keep going at it if they can't stop you? They're ineffective.
Those sailors were quite animated by the idea of pirates roaming these waters. Is it a real danger, do you suppose?
A possibility. But most pirates stalk the windward passage between Cuba and Hispaniola.
Oh, I see. Yes, that is a bustling strait.
We will
But I
talk
shouldn't worry
about one other
being
thing today.
waylaid by pirates, truth be told. My ship is small, and I have nothing of immense value. Sugarcane and its yields, molasses, rum, that sort of thing.
There's not a pirate living who'd turn his back on a keg of rum.
Well, yes. Yes, I suppose that's true.
That one thing is the city of Havana.
Now's all but me! Loose all and trim sharp to the wind!
Let's get out of this bay first. The big old whale!
You're a natural sailor, Duncan.
I did a decent trick at the helm some time ago. 2 years before the mast as a privateer.
Dash my buttons. Your life seems a grand one, if I may say. So full of adventure. How marvelous.
I've seen my share of strangeness,
Oh, Edward, you have no idea how strange it's gonna get. Not at all.
Fantastic work. Very promising.
So now we're about to meet who we are, the player, after the what happened to Desmond at the end of Assassin's Creed 3.
Easy now. There you go. Welcome back. Well, your numbers look good. Now let's make sure we can break your brain, all right? I need you to move your head and look at these lights just here. Look up. That's it. Down. So far, so good. Let's get you up. So, welcome to the Sample 17 project. Before you get started, you're gonna need this. There you go. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Hello, bonjour. C'est bon? It works? All right, let's take a walk. Your file says you've done some memory research before, but not to this extent, which is surprising. You're very good. The data streams are very stable. Impressive, right? This building is barely 6 months old, but Abstergo Entertainment has been a studio for a few years, since 2010.
His maternal grandmother's mother was Asian.
Maybe you saw Liberation? That was our first title powered by Animus Tech. That was just the tip of the iceberg. Soon, we'll be unveiling commercial Animus servers for the whole world to enjoy. They'll offer passive experiences, of course. Edited versions of real history. But only the exciting parts. And we think we found the perfect subject for our first full-length virtual feature. Caribbean pirates. So that's your gig. It'll just take a minute, okay?
You guys should notice him. Hello, Sean. And her. Hello, Rebecca.
C'est bon, c'était prêt. Magnifique. Merci. This is for you. The primary tool of our trade. Your communicator. Power it up and give it a look. It's pretty slick.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that.
You might have noticed that security seems a little light around here. That's because your communicator is your key to getting around.
Cause it's all up here. Cause I think I've played it every year since its release except for 2016. I might even played it 2016, I'm not sure.
See that flashing wireless signal? It means you're hooked up to the elevator. I'll let you do the honors. We're headed up to the Sample 17 studio, 2nd floor.
Because I played it release year. I played it in the lead up to Unity. I played it in the lead up to Syndicate. The lead up to Origins.
You ready? Let's go.
And no, we're not gonna hunt those
there's
post-its.
The boss, Olivier Garneau, our CCO. I'll introduce you.
No.
Bonjour.
Salut Mélanie. Ça va bien?
Well, thanks. Have you met our new hire? Just started today.
I haven't. Bonjour. What project?
Sample 17, the Kenway line.
Haytham, Connor...
Edward, the pirate.
Yar, matey. Very exciting. Welcome aboard.
Cringe-worthy.
Can we talk in your office for a minute?
Just let me get this one settled and I'll see you in 5 minutes.
Cringe-worthy.
Nice to meet you.
So, this is the Sample 17 floor. We're diving into the memories of one very generous donor, Desmond Miles. We're pulling all the best stuff from his DNA. And hopefully one day, we can forge some fantastic experiences from what we find in there. This pair of legs is John, one of the wizards in IT. He's just fixing something for you.
Not fixing, calibrating.
Calibrating, right. So here we are, your very own Animus workstation. This is all yours, so sit back, relax, and find us some good footage. If you need any hints or tips, the Animus is loaded with tutorial programs, so you'll have no problems. And I'll check in on you later. Happy pirating.
Alright, here we go. Back to the Animus.
To Animus
Sequence
Omega,
number 2.
Abstergo Entertainment's proprietary ancestral memory research tool. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns about how to operate your Animus console, please contact your project supervisor, Melanie LeMay. You have been registered as part of the Sample 17 project. Your primary research target is Edward James Kenway, born March 10, 1693, Swansea, Wales. Calibrations complete. All signs normal. All systems optimal. Extra neurotransmitters activated.
Well, here's a little bit of who we are. Here we are. Great city of Havana. All we need is a little dirty dancing, you know, the Havana Nights kind of thing. Don't. That was, if I remember right, a pretty poorly received film. Couldn't hold a candle to the original Dirty Dancing.
Lively Havana. I've been here once before. It was a truly awful pleasure.
See someone you know?
No, just putting on a friendly face. I shouldn't want to be mistaken for a pirate again.
Right. Flash rogue like yourself must be cautious.
Yeah. Mad to think Spain and England were at war 2 years ago, isn't it? Here I am, bartering with Spaniards like they were my cousins. Nothing wrong, Duncan?
No, it's nothing. Sand in my hampers. So where's the best squad in town? I'm dying for a quick kip. Or a siesta, should I say.
I'm just headed to a public house now to meet some merchants. I could show you the way.
Well, lead on.
I hope you'll tarry a bit while I conduct my meeting. It'd be a great relief to have a man of your stature nearby in case of a misunderstanding.
I can hang about. I might have a drink.
Splendid. Drink.
They don't take kindly to pirates here, do they? Wonder how many stolen reals bought these men this purge. Hola, ladies.
You don't know these women, do you?
No. They charge money for that kind of privilege. A few dozen reals for every hour of knowing. Keen to meet them?
No. Goodness, no. I'm a married man.
Married men are their forte, mate.
I love how
Aha! Here's a purveyor of personal defenses. I should acquire a blade for myself, Duncan, just as you have.
This rusty razor's nothing to admire.
Even so, I appear a mere kitten walking so close upon you. Perhaps a small dagger would suit me. Let's see what he's selling.
Maybe I'll buy a sword too. We'll both jump rank.
Oh, we'll be quite the pair, you and I. Twin devils.
the subtitles. I like how the subtitles
Lend us a few
are.
reals, then. I did save your skin.
Of course.
Cheers.
How the subtitles have poor grammar and capitalization in the wrong spots. I just think it's amazing.
That's a
it
better
just shows
for
the
me.
literacy rate
How do you
of the
fare?
time.
I had only enough for a small knife, sadly. Still, it'll do in a pinch. Oh, Puffer-Duff. I've led us astray, Duncan.
Oh, no matter. I'll get us a better view. What are we looking for?
A tavern, a sort of courtyard interior. My goodness, you're an agile chap.
Every finger's a fishhook. That's how you tell a true sailor.
Yes, a fine way to put it.
It's a very good way, I thought, of explaining his parkour ability.
I think I see the place. We're not far. Hang tight.
Stop struggling, fat man!
I can't breathe. I think my heart's
Stop or I'll break your knees when I catch you.
Come back here, don't
I'm
make
closer
me
to you,
run!
shitbird.
Don't like it when I'm sweaty.
Here I come. Don't make me chase you into the harbor.
No, you're dead now.
You robbed the wrong man, mate. A fellow with dangerous friends.
I can go all the way back here to Steed. And since Steed is a talker, we'll wait to talk about the city of Havana. Did you seriously get pushed over and knocked over your sugar?
Duncan! By Jove, you're alive!
Of course I am. That filch was no fuss.
We're not taking that box, mate?
Ah! We've arrived.
Take your time. I'll be just here.
Fancy meeting no Welshman deep in Dago country. I'm English myself. Biding my time till the next war calls me to service.
Lucky King George, having a piss pot like you flying his flag.
Oi! Skulk! I've seen your face before. Yous mates with them pirates down in Nassau.
Shut your fucking gob or I'll fill it with shot, you hear me?
Edward, is it?
Hey, I warned him. You want a dust up? I'll give you one. Come on, lads. I've seen bigger arms on a bird.
Keep him busy.
Time to chain combos now.
One more. Come on!
Man with the hat's the last one to go down.
You're not leaving me.
I'll catch you up. Perro inglés.
Oh, I didn't see that I'd tackle a pickpocket.
Nadie puede pasar.
¡Rápido! ¡Que no se escabulla!
No te muevas. Creo que puedo darle.
Come on. There we go. Probably didn't. Oh, they did call it. Cool. Nat ain't feeding back. Right here in the assassin contract area. Alright, so on our way to the mission, let's talk about Havana. It is the capital city, and the capital and largest city of Cuba. Founded by the conquistadors. Here's more weird names that I just can't say they're weird. It's a Spanish name. It's just with my pronunciation, it's not going to go well. So let's kill them so I can be done here. Alright, Havana. It was founded by the conquistador Diego Velázquez de Chular on August 25th, 1515. You guys are following me, aren't they? Yep. Sure are. He founded his city of Havana on the south side of the island. Fortunately, the colony would fail. And in 1519, the town would that would become known as Havana today would be founded next to Puerto de Carnas, literally meaning careening bay.
Sorry about the swift exit. Bit of a misunderstanding.
One heaped upon another.
Oh, Jesus. I'm sorry, mate. This is my doing. I'm only trying to keep these Spanish eyes off me.
Oh, it's no bother. Regrettably, the soldiers confiscated my sugar when your dispatches.
Damn! And where've they gone?
Haven't the foggiest idea, I'm afraid. I suspect those chaps might, but my Spanish is muy mal dad, so I'd rather not ask.
Shit! Alright, come on, let's follow them and recover my maps.
And my sugar?
What, in my drawers? We'll see what happens.
Oh, let me turn around here so I can be comfortable. And so I can read my notes. Yeah, I know how the eagle vision works.
You don't mind me tagging along?
Helps hit the right one though. Alright, there we go.
Stay out of sight.
I like Edward's eagle vision. He can look. I mean, he can see through walls.
I believe I'm getting the hang of this.
Quiet.
You're an idiot, Steed.
Hang back.
Ooh, perhaps we should split up to confuse them.
Best idea you had today.
Penfilo de Neves would be the would name the colony.
Yes, sir. We are very sorry. Our captain delayed us.
San Cristobal de la Habana. Beginning as a training port.
Yes, sir. He's very excited to meet you. Only he must
No, that's not right. I said training. It began as a trading port. Wow. It'd be attacked by the French corsair Jacques de Sores in 1555. This attack would lead the Spanish crown to fund the construction of the first fortresses in the main cities of Cuba. And by the middle of the 18th century, by the middle of the 18th century, Havana would be the third largest city in the Americas. Surprisingly to me, it was behind Lima, Peru, and Mexico City. It was actually ahead of Boston and New York. So I thought that was kind of an interesting thought, interesting little tidbit.
The hanging will be started
soon. Running.
Let's not dilly-dally. Yes, sir. We go.
No, they're not running. Now they're running again. I love the fact that the cities are back to being close areas to each other because they're in that they're on small islands, so this buildings were built closer to each other. And I really love how the trees are basically in the level design built to help you cross from rooftop to rooftop. The church I climbed up. That's not good.
Si me pides así.
How long will this hanging take, man? I don't mean to hang about all day for the captain.
Quick as anything, sir. Captain Mendoza needs only to hang the man, then he will deliver your payment.
I don't want real in mind. I want goods, things I can sell, tobacco, rum, sugar.
See, we have much fine sugar. Grapes we took off a fat Englishman last night.
Englishman?
See, sugar from Barbados. Very fine. We hold it in the Castillo after the man started the fight last night. He ran, left his sugar behind. Very fine.
That's a start. Shall I accompany him to the Castillo?
No, sir. Captain Mendoza will have it sent to you, I believe. You will see.
Good Lord. Is that big brute your Captain Mendoza?
No, sir. He is El Tiburon. El Tiburon, Governor Torres' man.
Alright, so in 1740, Havana would be Spain's largest and most active shipyard, and the only dry dock in the New World. The city would be captured by the British during the 7 Years' War, a siege that would last from March to August in 1762. Less than a year later, the less than a year later, the Treaty of Paris would be signed. Ouch. This isn't gonna go well for me, I don't think. Because I did it wrong. Alright, so while we wait for the captain to come back in here, and hopefully nobody will stick their dirty... You are not gonna get... I don't have a hidden blade! How did I stab him? Really?
No te muevas. Las palabras. Apresaba a ese hombre.
Just kill me. That way I can start over. Thank you. Alright, let's try this again. Because now I remember that I was supposed to climb the building and jump in the hay bale. And then get out. Alright, so less than a year after the British would take Havana, the Treaty of Paris? Or was it called the Peace of Paris is what they called it. The Peace of Paris was signed, and what's the best way to get in there? Out and around. This would allow Havana to return to the Spanish in exchange for Florida. After regaining control of Havana, the Spanish would transform the city into the most heavily fortified city in the Americas. The sinking of the battleship USS Maine in Havana's harbor, of course, would start the Spanish-American War in 1898. And for the city, would lead to a U.S. occupation that would officially end when Thomas Estrada Palma took office as Cuba's first president. The tourist industry would boom in the 1930s, leading to numerous hotels, casinos, and nightclubs. Well, not what I wanted to do. So just, oh, I don't like fighting these guys. Thank you. There we go. Window. Oh, there's a fragment right there. Yay! Nobody saw me. So after the 1959 revolution, the regime of Fidel Castro would lead to the U.S. embargo that would hit Havana hard. That's another economic downturn after another, and another would occur after the collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991. This would lead to the city turning back to tourism as its for financial revenue. It would allow foreign investors to build new hotels, and Old Havana actually became a World Heritage Site in 1982. Old Havana is essentially downtown Havana. And this one I didn't, this little note, I'm running the wrong way. I didn't understand. And maybe someone can leave me a comment down below to help me out here. But in May of 2015, Havana was named a new 7 Wonders city, along with Beirut, Lebanon, Doha, Qatar, Durban, South Africa, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, La Paz, Bolivia, and Vigan, Philippines. So I have no idea what New 7 Wonder City is. And if you know, please
Sorry about the sugar.
Inform me.
I've only one pair of hands.
Oh, it's no great loss. I've got plenty of cargo here to make a profit on my trip.
Will you stay here long?
For a few weeks, yes. Then back to Barbados, to the tedium of domesticity.
Don't settle for tedium. Sail for Nassau. Live life as you see fit.
Haven't I heard that Nassau is crawling with pirates? Seems a very tawdry place.
Not tawdry, liberated.
Oh, God. That would be an adventure. But no, I'm a husband and a father. I have responsibilities. Life can't be all pleasure and distraction, Duncan.
Hey, our bonnet. The name's Edward, in truth. Duncan's only a handle.
Ah. Secret name for your secret meeting with the governor.
The governor, right. I think I've kept him waiting long enough.
Forgot why he was even there. But he mentioned Nassau. We will talk about Nassau next time, actually, when we actually, you know, go there. So let's finish up here in Havana and figure out why we're here, why we killed this man, and why this, well, I guess it wasn't any real reason for killing the man other than the fact that he attacked us. But why was he coming to Havana? Let's try to figure that out, shall we? You know, the governor has something to do with it. And as much as I would love to say I'm not going to pronounce the governor's name, I'm probably going to have to pronounce it at least once. And so, for now, I'm just going to call him Governor Torres, because that, at least, I can pronounce.
Soy mucho más limpia que esas rameras.
Buenos dias. Mr. Duncan Walpole of England to see the governor. I believe he is expecting me.
Sí, señor Walpole. Entre, por favor. ¿Ese es el hombre? ¿Cómo lo llamabas? ¿Asesino?
Sí, Duncan Walpole. Debería haber llegado hace muchos días.
No me gusta que los extranjeros se paseen por nuestra ciudad. No me fío de ellos.
Cállate. El gobernador tiene invitados. Todos franceses e
Parece un hombre rudo. Le suponía un aspecto más respetable.
Lleva meses en alta mar. Se
Good morning, sir. Would I be correct in thinking you are Duncan?
I am indeed.
I thought as much. Woods Rogers. A pleasure.
The same.
I must say, my wife has a terrible eye for description.
I'm sorry.
My wife. You met her some years ago at the Percy's Masquerade Ball.
Ah, quite.
She called you devilishly handsome. Obviously a lie to stoke my jealousy.
Julian, our guest of honor has arrived, Mr. Duncan Walpole.
Ah. Julien Ducasse. I hope your conversion to our order is an honest one. I have no love for assassins, but even less for liars.
I have not come to disappoint.
Up for a bit of sport, Duncan? The old man isn't ready just yet.
You've got my 2 best pairs of matched pistols, Duncan, so handle them with care.
If I had 8, I'd treat each as my own son.
Pull off a few shots if you like. Get a feel for it.
I once fought this man who carried 9 on his person. They were a boom in battle, but hindered his ability to swim, sadly.
Quite. A good kick, yes?
I long for the day where one firearm carries 4 bullets, and not the opposite.
I have a friend in England you may like to meet, Julian. James Puckle. He's working on something extraordinary.
Magnifique.
Do that.
Duncan, where are your wrist blades? I've never seen an assassin so ill-equipped.
Ah, damaged, sadly, beyond all repair.
Uh-huh. Have your choice.
Where did you find all these?
I did not find them. I took them. Is a souvenir. Two blades, as is the custom, eh?
Custom, aye.
Duncan, will you indulge us with a demonstration of your techniques?
Well,
You must. We put together a training course in anticipation of your arrival. It would be a shame to leave here without seeing you in action.
Yes, of course. Well, I mean, if there is time, I would gladly, show you what I know.
Here. You see? Situation is well suited to your skills.
Have a go. A blade in a crowd is always the simplest. Nothing grandiose, just quick and clean.
Show us another technique.
Quite ingenious to use bales of hay for cover, don't you think?
Oh, I actually have to do this in a certain order. Ugh.
God, that's the spirit. Secrecy. The advantage of surprise cannot be overstated, isn't that so? Especially around a blind corner. God blind me, that's a clever trick.
Your aerial kills have a poetic beauty, despite their conspicuous quality. Would you show?
Yeah, if you guys let me climb a building.
Magnifique. Is it also possible to deliver a killing blow at high speed? Mon Dieu, such a powerful strike!
Fascinating.
Oh.
The assassins have trained you well, Duncan. You chose a perfect time to leave them behind.
At great risk, I imagine. Betraying the assassins is never good for one's health.
Well, neither is drinking liquor, but I am drawn to its dangers all the same. And what is your business here, sir? Are you an associate of the governor's, or a pending acquaintance like myself?
Guns, blades, cannons, grenados. Anything that may kill a man, I am happy to provide.
A smuggler of sorts.
And how is your wife these days, Captain Rogers? Is she, here, in Havana?
I trust she's well, but I wouldn't know. I've been in Madagascar some 14 months hunting pirates. It took some work to dislodge the criminals there, but we managed it. In future, I hope to use these same tactics throughout the West Indies.
And how did you deal with that kind?
Very simply. Most pirates are as ignorant as apes. I merely offered them a choice. Take a pardon and return to England penniless, but free men. Or be hanged by the neck until dead.
Oh. I imagine Nassau would be your next target.
Very astute, Duncan, indeed.
Best of luck with that.
Grandmaster Torres! Mr. Duncan Walpole has arrived.
See. You were expected 1 week ago.
Apologies, Governor. My ship was set upon by pirates. We were scuttled. I arrived only yesterday.
Unfortunate. Forgive my caution, but were you able to salvage from these pirates the items you promised me?
Yes, sir, I was.
Increíble. The assassins have more resources than I had imagined, but not nearly enough to deter us. It is a pleasure to meet you at last, Duncan. You are most welcome. Come, gentlemen. We have much to discuss. Convened at last, and in such continental company. England, France, Spain, citizens of sad and corrupted empires. But you are Templars now, the secret and true legislators of the world. Please, hold out your hands. Mark and remember our purpose. To guide all wayward souls till they've reached a quiet road. To guide all wayward desire till impassioned hearts are cool. To guide all wayward minds to safe and sober thought. By the Father of Understanding's light, let our work now begin.
So I wonder if
decades ago,
all of these guys are were Templars before,
a forgotten place
or
our
if
precursors once called the Observatory. See here. Look up on these
they
images
just
and
now,
commit them to
like
memory.
literally just
They
now,
tell a very
became
old and
Templars.
important story. For 2 decades now, I have endeavored to locate
I've never
this
pickpocketed
observatory, a place rumored to contain a tool of incredible utility and power. It houses a kind of armillary sphere, if you like. A device that would grant us the power to locate and monitor every man and woman on Earth, whatever their location. Only imagine what it would mean to have such a power. With this device, there would be no secrets among men. No lies, no trickery. Only justice, pure justice. This is the observatory's promise, and we must take it for our own.
Do we know its whereabouts?
No.
We will soon. For in our custody is the one man who does, a man named Roberts, once called a sage.
It has been 45 years since anyone has seen a true sage. Can you be sure this one is authentic?
We are confident he is.
The assassins will come for him.
Indeed they will. But thanks to Duncan and the information he has delivered, the assassins won't be a problem for much longer. All will be made clear tomorrow, gentlemen, when you meet the sage for yourselves. Until then, let us drink. Let us find the observatory together. For with its power, kings will fall, clergy will cower, and the hearts and minds of the world will be ours. Rest well, Duncan. Tomorrow the treasure fleet arrives, and with it, your reward. After which we will discuss further schemes.
I look forward to it.
Excelente. Meet me down at the docks first thing tomorrow morning.
Governor Torres requests your presence at the docks near the Castillo. First thing tomorrow morning.
And typically, I do recommend that you open up as many high points as you can. Oh, I'm not even going to chase him. He's too far away from the point that I'm willing to go. Because they are fast travel points. And they're that way for the rest of the series. So, I expect them to be that way in Odyssey, but I don't think it's been confirmed yet. But I'm expecting that because that was also the way that it was in Origins.
Hello.
Good morning, Duncan. Just over here.
Edward? Hello, Edward. I found a man to purchase my remaining sugar. Quite a coup, I must say.
He just called you Edward.
Oh, that's the merchant who sailed me here. Out of caution, I gave him a false name.
Ah, well done.
We'll catch up on it later.
Very punctual, Duncan. This way. Here he is. A man both Templars and Assassins have sought for over a decade. I am told your surname is Roberts. Is this so? You recognize this, I think.
According to old tales, the blood of a sage is required to enter the observatory.
We have the key. Now we need only its location. Perhaps Mr. Roberts will be eager to provide it. Transfer him to my residence.
Such a fuss over one man. Is the observatory really such a grand prize?
Sí, sin duda. The observatory was a tool built by the
First time I've
precursor
noticed the
race. Its
assassins in the
worth is
background.
without measure.
Precursor race. I see.
One of your early letters mentioned a desire to kill the Mayan mentor, Atabay. You ripped contracts before coming here.
Don't you crash.
I was not, no. Too many complications along the way.
A pity. But they're
Sorry
not
about that
delivered
jump
yet.
cut.
I'll see that
If you pay real close
Hi.
attention, you probably hear
That's the
my
idea.
air conditioner kick on, and when that happens, I lose all sound. And I don't want to do that to everyone. So I do apologize for the jump cut.
Do not let them get their
Probably
hands
will
on the sage,
happen
at whatever cost.
from here on out, considering the temperature, but hopefully they are to a minimum.
Assassins! Above! They're on the rooftops!
Oh, that didn't go well, did it? Where'd he go?
Watch the streets and alleys. They could be anywhere.
Where is he?
Protect the sage!
Maldita sea. Hora de volver con mamá.
Run.
Stop him!
Got hit with a dart. I don't know if it was a sleeper or a berserk dart.
You're a nimble one, I'll give you that.
Oh, my ear itches.
Hang back and make this easy on both of us, mate. Stop, or I'll kneecap you. Well done, lapdog. Quiet.
We'll see him to the prisons, Grandmaster.
Double the watch.
Well, I'll be buggered. What an active day we've had, gents.
See, we sit on all sides by our enemies. We must be more cautious.
I do wish I could remain to see our drama done, but I must avail myself of these winds and sail for England.
By all means, Captain, speed and fortune to you.
With luck, I'll return myself a governor. And with my idiot king's blessing, no less. Adios.
As for you, Mr. Walpole, I consider this the first payment in a long-term investment. Gracias.
Obliged.
I would like you to be present for the interrogation tomorrow. Call around noon.
Yes, sir.
Apologize again for the jump cut. It somehow decided to turn up on its own. So hopefully we can get this finished up. I think there's only 1 or 2 more missions before the end of today's recording. Hopefully we can hammer it on out before the air conditioner gets temperamental again. Havana's larger than I remember.
A fine night, don't you think?
God sink me for this pittance. 1,000 reals for those maps. That's what? £100 at most. How's a man supposed to become rich in these times with a miser like Torres running the world?
Have you ever worked on a plantation before?
You know what I'm thinking? I'd like to see this observatory the governor's going on about. He said it were like a device that could follow people around and show where they were.
A ludicrous idea. Imagine my wife with such an advantage over me.
And imagine what a thing like that'd be worth. Sell that to the right person and I'd be the richest pirate. Privateer in the West Indies. I'll catch you up on it. There's a sage in that house I must speak to in private.
Love the sugar cane. It makes the stalking zone so large, which is funny because you would think that they would see people in the stalking zones, wouldn't you? There he is.
Get.
Do. Not that bright, are they? I was gonna say, you would think that guy would check out what's going on with his buddy, right? You would think. Looting's a lot quicker in this one. Much quicker. Come on around here. I got a blade for you. Whatever. Huh. You just walk past all these dead guys for like no reason.
Basta ya!
What is your true name, rogue?
It's, Captain Pissoff.
Bien que pauvre paysan.
Where is the sage? To set him free.
I had nothing to do with that. Much as I wish I did.
Take him to the ports. Send him to Sevilla with the treasure plate.
Oh, wait now! I delivered your treasures, didn't I?
You did, yes. But you robbed us of Duncan Walpole.
A despicable display. This tosspot is a ruined man, Caroline. Unfit for life on land, much less at sea. If he goes to the West Indies, it's you who'll suffer.
Father! Father! Come, love. Up with you now.
That old muckworm! He's wrong about me!
I hope it's so.
You believe me, don't you? Can you not see me? Standing out there on the deck of a ship that's sliding into port. And there I am, a man of quality. With 1,000 doubloons spilling from my pockets. Like drops of rain. I can see it.
La cena. Cómetela rápido.
You hungry?
Check and make sure. Alright, this is the last one. Couldn't remember if this was the last one or if the one before was, but no, it's the treasure fleet is the last one.
Now what's your plan, mate?
Que Dios nos ayude. Parece que se está desviando al oeste, hacia el Golfo. Quizás...
That didn't go the way I wanted it to.
Unlucky lad.
Really? Take that. I think this is the first time I actually got into a fight.
Hey, take what you need.
Won't be a minute.
There's many prisoners held on these ships. Set them free, and they'll sail with us, no question.
So that's the idea then. Free what men we can, then find a fast ship to flee it.
Aye, bring in the fleet. I'll make my way
Oh, that wasn't the way I hoped it was going to go. You know, we talked about Connor being brutal, but really, so was Edward. Like, he was crazy brutal.
His favor. You're sailing with me.
I'd follow you to hell for this, mate. ¿Qué nos está retrasando? Ya deberíamos haber hecho la mitad de la ruta a las Bermudas. Oro, plata, jade, tabaco.
Can't tell which way that went.
Come on, lads. If we're to drown today, it won't be here.
I love the fact that he runs through those ropes like they're not even there.
Preparaos para partir. Ya si tenemos encima la tormenta. ¿Y qué pasa con los prisioneros? ¡Quieto!
Hello, fellas.
There's a brig nearby just waiting for us to take her.
Should just be able to free these guys and be done. Come on. I don't know why he's shutting the hatch. Because he needs to leave.
Voy a ir a lo más alto. Esto es una locura. Mejor diversión.
One guy saw me and just ruined everything, didn't it?
Deja de retorcerte, pirata.
We're going topside. Be ready.
Hear an airplane? You guys hear an airplane? I thought you had to do it a certain way to let's go, let's get out of here.
Lay aboard, lads.
Save your singing for Davy Jones, you jagabats. It's a hard wind coming.
The man speaks true. You lot weigh anchor. As for the rest, half on the foremast and half at the main. Let's outrun this hurricane.
Get on out of here.
Watch on those galleons. See they don't give us trouble.
They won't. Far too slow for this weather.
Open yourselves.
Enemy fire!
Taking damage.
Careful, Captain.
Brace for impact.
Mark any orders you think wise, mate. We're up against it here.
These men know their place. They'll see us home. We're bound to the ship.
Incoming fire!
Enemy fire! Look out, man!
I see it.
Get into it. Yeah, I know.
On your mark, come out!
Let's go. Got a kilometer and a half to go.
Water spout!
I hate water spouts. I see it though.
Steer clear of that thing!
Unless she turns, we'll be alright. Not what I'm worried about though.
Water spout, man! Stay wide!
Oh, if this wind's gonna push us into it.
It's not looking good. Steady as she goes, man.
Road gusts got us into it real good. Really? Turn, man. Oh, this boat. Big old ship won't turn. There we go.
Killer wave to starboard!
At least we're straight ahead for this one. The water effects are amazing. We're almost there. Almost there.
By God, we pulled this one straight from the teeth of Neptune. I'm Edward. Much thanks for your aid back there.
Adewale.
Ever been to Nassau, Adewale?
Not yet.
By God, she took some knocks, didn't she? I think I'll keep her. All hands aft, lads! We're taking this one home!
Alright, now I believe we get pulled out of the Animus here, if my memory serves. We are not, so we're going to end it right there. I'd like to thank you all for joining me as I have enjoyed playing for you. If you like what you've seen, take a look at my social media and my website, links in the description below. And until next time, I hope you have a great night.